And so when we talk about manhood, one of the things that's most important about manhood is responsibility. How well, when you and I are assessing our manhood. Now remember, manhood is the initial stage, kingship is the advanced stage. And so when we're talking about manhood and we're looking at responsibility as one of the earmarks of manhood, we have to be able to ask ourselves, how well am I able to respond? How well am I able to respond to what I've been given? When you look at the word responsibility, I like to make it a little more simple. And what is my response ability? How well am I able to respond? So we're not talking about biology. We're not talking about chronological age. I'm talking about how well, with what you've been given, how well are you able to respond? When we go back and we look at the passage, the Apostle Paul says it very clear. He says, when I became a man, I put away childish things. So that tells me that there's a certain level of maturity, there's a certain level that I reach when I'm able to put certain things out of my life that are childish. So how willing am I? How equipped am I? Being able to respond, being able to function, being able to be effective, both to self, both to God, others. How well am I able to respond? When we look at David, we see David that he has a boy's body, but he has a man's respond ability. When you look at just we could probably talk about several scenarios in his life, but if we looked at just David and Goliath alone, when you think about that whole scenario and how Goliath is taunting all the men, all the army persons that are there, people that have been trained, people that have been equipped to be able to fight and to be skillful in warfare. And all of them are backing away from the challenge at hand. Even King Saul is backing away. Remember, when we talk about manhood, we're talking about my ability to respond to what I've been given. So here, when they have been given a responsibility to defend the nation, to defend their community, and yet and still when they have the opportunity, they're shrinking back from it. But here, a boy rises to the occasion and he takes on that responsibility and he recognizes what he's been given in order to respond to the challenge at hand. And so one of the things that we first find when we talk about an earmark of manhood is responsibility.